We are live in Theodore. What we have is a suspect that police are searching for. This is right behind or right around the area of Theodore High School. We are on Sandra Drive and Westfield Road. And if you take a look at that opening there, police believe that's where the suspect drove down, which leads into a highly wooded area, into those sand pits that have been talked about so much. That's where a teenager was killed last month, but police believe he drove into that area. And this happened probably about 45 minutes to an hour ago, and since that time, police have been searching for that suspect. From what we understand, that this started off as a pursuit stemming from an attempt to pull over what police believe was a stolen vehicle. The suspect took off and then led police down Swedentown Road, which is where Theodore High School is, turned off into this neighborhood, which is behind the high school, and then drove off into this area. We've seen police, we've seen Mobile County Sheriff's Office, as well as federal agents bringing K-9 units as well to assist in this search for the suspect who drove what we understand to be a truck into that area. Again, don't have much in terms of who the suspect is or anything like that. But from what we understand, talking to neighbors and people that live around this area, is that wooded area is very expansive. Also pretty dense. We actually saw, while police were searching, we saw two folks come up on motorbikes who were back there, and at the time didn't know that the search was going on until police told them to back away from the area, so they drove up. And as of right now, we've seen several officers either walk or drive off down there as they look for this suspect. Again, it started off as what we believe to be an attempt to pull over what was identified to be a stolen vehicle. That driver did not pull over, started speeding, pursuit engaged, and drove down the streets here. We're again on Westfield Road in Sandra Drive, leading out into that dirt pitch, which is where officers are doing their search. And right now we see more law enforcement coming to the scene. Again, additional officers coming to aid in this search. I'm going to turn away for just a second because it does appear that some of these appear to be undercover officers. While we let them get situated and go down there for a second. But I'll show you the neighborhood of where we're standing at. So a lot of houses leading into this area, but it's this one little part that's closed off here at Westfield Road in Sandra Drive, as officers now getting ready to head off into that area. Are any of these guys undercover? Are any of these guys undercover?
Fixing to move our staging area, man. I need you to head down outside the perimeter for me. Is that your vehicle down on the side of the road?
That's another vehicle, but
Where's your stuff at?
he just took off with my car. I don't have the keys to that one.
Okay.
But I can call him to
Can we
get him
put you
back
down
here.
there by that then?
Sure, I can stand over there. That's not a problem.
All right.
Yep.
We'll give you an update as soon as we get it.
Sure. Are any of these guys undercover?
I can't say at this point, man.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
We're stepping back right now as police are spanning the perimeter of the crime scene now. As we get down here, we'll turn around, kind of give you guys back an update of what we're doing here. All right. Again, we are off Sandra Drive. Police are searching for a suspect who drove off into a wooded area. Started as a vehicle pursuit, trying to pull over someone that they believe was driving a stolen car. When the driver did not pull over, led police on a brief high-speed pursuit, but then drove off again into that area. And for the past 45 minutes or so, they have been searching for him. We've seen several officers come back here as they're kind of picking up their presence as they search for this suspect. Have Mobile Police on the scene, as well as Mobile County Sheriff's Office, as well as federal agents. We've seen K-9 units come out as well. We understand that the area back there is pretty large, pretty expansive area. So there is a lot of ground to cover in terms of where the suspect can possibly be. Do not know if they abandoned the car at this point, or if he's on foot, or if he's possibly still driving around in that area. Now, we did see folks on motorbikes come out of that area, so it is an area that people frequently appears to drive down, and there is some sort of at least four-wheel traffic that goes off in that area, it appears. You there? Step over this way. Again, for the folks that are just joining us right now, they are searching for a suspect. This is on Sandra Drive in the Theodore area, right around the corner from Theodore High School. Police attempted to pull over a car that was appeared to be in a stolen vehicle. When that driver did not pull over, that's when a pursuit started. They drove off into this neighborhood and then apparently went into a wooded area. There's a little turnoff there. They drove down that ditch kind of, and police have been searching for this suspect for about 45 minutes to the last hour or so. We understand the suspect was driving a truck. And again, according to police, we are not sure at this point if they are still searching for the suspect in that truck or if he possibly got out and is running around on foot. But from what we understand of the large area back there, a lot of room to maneuver and kind of explore. Several agencies are working this scene. As you see, the federal cars, the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol agents are here, as well as a Mobile Police Department and the Mobile County Sheriff's Office here as well. And we are at the staging area at this point. They just moved us back as they start to expand the crime scene. Fortunately, can't zoom in with Facebook Live, but there are several officers there that are kind of standing around that entrance area, which is where they believe that the pickup truck, drove off into that ditch. But there are several other officers that have gone back there, either on foot or driving, that are aiding in this search for the suspect. Again, this is right around the corner from Swedentown Road, which is where Theodore High School is. We've seen several school buses come through this area as well, but it does not appear that there has been any direct interruption towards the end of school at Theodore High School. It appears that buses were moving around regularly. We saw a lot of school children that appeared to have been walking home, and it appears that the search is mainly isolated right to the entrance area here of where that that sand pit is here in Theodore. Hoping for an update from police in the near future as they are searching for this suspect here in the Theodore area. All right, we're going to sign off here on Facebook Live as we regroup and hopefully get more information, but we will have more in our newscast at 5, 6 o'clock, and if anything else breaking happens in this situation, we'll be sure to bring it to you on Facebook and on our website, WKRG.com.